Good morning and welcome to this morning's presentation of Skyway Elevated String Transport Technology. I'll be sharing with you the main information of this project in this brief presentation. The very first thing I want you to take note of about this project is the fact that anyone can invest. This company already owns a high-tech production facility of which they've manufactured 11 types of vehicles and 5 types of track. One thing I want you to take note is that we make the vehicles, we make the tracks. So it's like you are the one constructing the roads and constructing the vehicles that will run on those roads. So we are in charge of the holistic system of transportation from the road in which the vehicles will move to the vehicles that will move on the road is constructed by this company. Also, this company has patented this technology in many different countries from USA to China. And they've already started commercial implementation of this project in the United Arab Emirates. How does it work? Let me show you. The vehicle moves along an elevated string that can be lifted up from ground level from 5 meters to about 30 meters. They have different vehicles for urban and for express usage. The vehicles for urban intercity usage moves at speeds of 150 kilometers within the city, and the vehicles that go outside the city moves at speed of 500 kilometers. They have rigid tracks, semi-rigid tracks, and flexible tracks for different kinds of transport systems. They've developed cargo transportation, they've developed high-speed transportation, and they've developed urban passenger transport systems. The technology is made up of a rail reinforced with high strength strings that can be stretched between supports from 30 to 50 meters and so on. The technology has seen international recognition from international media from CNN to TV Tokyo. This technology will be on exposition in the Dubai Expo 2021, an expo that will be attended by investors from all over the world, governments from all over the world. The station from which this technology, from which these vehicles depart, is also built in a way that it allows departure from above the ground. This model is known as the monorail unibus, and the technology that powers it is propellers located at the top of the vehicle, which rotates along the string rail. It can carry up to 6 passengers, and it has a performance of over 50,000 passengers per hour. The aerodynamics of this transportation is unique such that it does not get the kind of drag that normal vehicles experience on the roads. We also have the unibike, the double rail unibus, and several other models which we have developed. We equally have the units that are responsible for cargo transportation. This unit can carry weight from 200 tons and above. We have fully developed a system of transportation ready for implementation for the public market. Now, investors can invest in this technology and own shares from which they will receive dividends. You can see the double rail unibus. It moves on both sides of the track. And then we have our high-speed model, which goes at speeds of 500 kilometers per hour. This can get you from Lagos to Abuja in 50 minutes. and you only pay 5,000 naira for a ticket. And the interior of our vehicles are all first class in design. With this technology, we have reimagined transportation and thought about the problems of these current transport systems that we have. Some of the problems are environmental pollution. So our vehicles do not have any single emission, so they are environmental friendly. Other problems like land use problems, when you create roads and bury the viable land under asphalt, preventing the use of that land for construction or agriculture. Our technology solves this problem by taking the transport systems to the second level and elevating it above the ground. So these are some of the advantages of our technology. We therefore surpass all types of transport in the areas of environmental friendliness. In this regard, skyway tracks take up little space on the ground and it preserves the integrity of the natural ecosystem. It is also powered by electricity, therefore it significantly reduces harmful emission into the atmosphere. And the entire infrastructure from production to implementation requires less materials than any other transport system. In the area of economicality, the cost of constructing skyway is lower than the cost of road or any other means of transportation by up to 20 times. The fuel that powers our technology is lower in cost than other types of transport by up to 6 times. Respectively, the cost of transportation and travel is much lower, so it is cheaper in comparison. It can be built in any terrain with any climate, from a large metropolis to a forest, to reservoirs, to even swamp and desert, etc. In terms of speed, our high-speed transport reaches up to speeds of 500 kilometers. This is 2 times faster than the current fastest train, which is known as the Sapsan in Russia. Our urban transport reaches speed of 150 kilometers per hour, which is 2 times faster than the speed a bus can reach safely in urban areas. Our freight transport also reaches up to speeds of 150 kilometers per hour. In terms of safety, with our above ground track structure, we have increased safety by almost 100 times because there shall be no collision between vehicles and people or vehicles and animals since the vehicles are elevated above the ground. It also features an anti-derailment system which increases safety by another 10 times. There is a high resistance to terrorism and vandalism. You see these herdsmen staying on the express waiting for vehicles to shoot at and kidnap passengers. This cannot happen with skyway elevated string transport. Where will they stand? Or will they fly in the air waiting to kidnap you? Not possible. Now, the automated control system of skyway eliminates human error and human factor. In terms of cost, you can see in comparison with railway, automobile, monorail, magnetic levitation, skyway is cheapest. In terms of safety, you can see by all indicators, skyway is highest in safety ratings. In terms of environmental friendliness, by all indicators, skyway is highest in environmental ratings. So that is skyway, cheaper, safer, and more environmental friendly than every other form of transportation. This transport can perform any task in any terrain. We have vehicles for urban use. You can see we have the unicar, the unibike, the double rail unibus, and the monorail unibus. In terms of freight use, we have our Unicont, the Model 1 and the Model 2. And our high-speed transport, we have our high-speed unibus that reaches up to speeds of 500 kilometers per hour. Now, why do we attract investors? We attract investors because we are building a demonstration center. This has already been done. And this is the Eco Techno Park where we test and certify our transport models and show Skyway technology to the world. We've built our own production facilities in the SRTI Park in Sharjah, in Belarus, in Russia, and many other places. And our production facilities are equipped with the most advanced and high-tech equipment, allowing for the accomplishment of complex tasks. We also have a design bureau where we hire the best specialists to provide the highest quality engineering solution for any project. This is our Eco Techno Park in Belarus, an overview of the Eco Techno Park, sitting on a 36-hectare piece of land owned by Usky String Technologies. In there, we have our cargo complex with a track structure of 600 meters. In there also, we have our anchor support passenger and boarding disembarkment station. In there also, we have our urban monorail complex ascending section of the track structure. We equally have our urban monorail 800-meter complex. And what? Finally, we have our urban and accelerating high-speed section of 1 kilometer. These are things we have constructed using the funding from investors, which we've been attracting through our crowdfunding platform, the SWC. Now, let me talk a little bit about why we choose to use crowd investing to finance this technology. Number one, we need a large amount to implement this technology, and to implement this new transport system capable of performing any task in any terrain, a large amount of fund is required. And at the ideation stage, large funds and investors are not able to provide such financing. So what do? We use crowdfunding. Now, for efficiency, crowdfunding is very efficient in combining a partnership program, becoming effective as an economical and marketing tool, solving several problems at once. So the partners help not only to actively invest in the project, but also to attract investors from around the world. Now, it also allows for a low investment threshold, and this is very important because it allows a very low threshold of initial investment, which makes it possible for an unlimited number of people to invest and an increase in the flow of investment into the project. It also shows how much people are interested in this project, because when you do a crowdfunding, if people are not interested, they will not promote it. But when people are interested and they want to influence their own future and are ready to do so, you end up seeing that the end users are interested in the development of that particular product, proving to you that when this product gets to the market, there will be a high demand for it, because you can already see through the interest of the people who are following up in the crowd financing that there is a high interest and a high demand for the technology. It also helps with popularization. You see, crowdfunding helps to popularize the development of this technology and promoting the idea of this new green transport to the masses. It opens up an additional stream of investment, at the same time creating a demand in the market. Now, it also allows for the ownership of our own investment platform. We created our own Skyward community, an investment platform for crowdfunding, which allows to clearly control the budget and effectively plan the development of the projects, and also pay commission to outside sorry and not to pay commission to outside agents. Now, what have we achieved in our years of crowdfunding? As a result of this, our crowdfunding system and uniting hundreds and thousands of investors from all over the world, we've achieved more than we even expected in terms of the plan, and we've achieved it with less amount of money. First of all, we have achieved production facilities. We have our own high-tech production facility with capacity to allow the realization of the first set of orders for the construction of Skyway track and the entire transport infrastructure. We're also working with Dassault Systems, the software designs that help with the development of many advanced design and advanced equipment, especially those used in the construction of 3D and space rocket construction by the NASA and other agencies in the US. They also use the same system, the same software. And you can see what that looks like. We equally have achieved, well, let me just run you through some of the images from our production facility. Another thing we have achieved is the engineering and design enterprise with a team of over 1,000 high-level specialists. You can have a look at that. We've equally constructed 5 types of track structures, 11 types of vehicles, and so on. So we've achieved the development of our infrastructure and tracks. Now, You can see these are some of our tracks and infrastructure which we have developed through this funding which we attracted through crowd investment. Ladies and gentlemen, the part that interests me the most is that we have several pre-orders for this technology. You see, our test facility, the Eco Techno Park, has been visited by many delegations from different countries, and all of them are saying the same thing. We want this transport solution in our country. When can you come and develop this in our country? Many countries have pre-ordered this technology, ladies and gentlemen, ranging from Mongolia to Abu Dhabi, Vietnam, Australia, and so on. Even in the United Arab Emirates, where the Sultan, the high Sultan of the United Arab Emirates invested over 250 million in the development of this technology and requested that the technology should launch in the United Arab Emirates. The first project is therefore going to be constructed in the United Arab Emirates. Now, a lot of countries have pre-ordered this technology, but the one that interests me the most, and I think should interest you, is that the United Arab Emirates currently wants to use this technology to automate over 25% of their entire public transport network. This is also embedded in a policy they call the Dubai Autonomous Transport Strategy. You can read up that policy online. Now, I want you to imagine the scale. A technology that has not even launched yet. They've already gotten a project to automate 25% of a country's public transport infrastructure. This is massive, ladies and gentlemen. This tells you what? That this project is in high demand and that the dividends accruing to investors will also be substantial. And considering the fact that with just $50 you can be a co-owner of this technology, I think it's a no-brainer that anybody who hears this should invest in it. Finally, I would like to let you know these are some of the delegations that have visited our Eco Techno Park to make pre-orders of our technology. I'd like to let you know also that the construction which was demanded by the United Arab Emirates is already underway. In fact, it's already close to completion because in September 2018, it started the construction of two test sites for the urban and freight complex with modules accelerating up to 150 kilometers per hour. We started this in the United Arab Emirates in September, and in April 2019, the United Arab Emirates Prime Minister Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, he approved the construction of a 15-kilometer skyway track in the center of Dubai. Ladies and gentlemen, these are images from the Dubai Road Transport Authority when they commissioned Skyway as an official transport technology in the United Arab Emirates. And these are images from the commissioning. See, this technology we are talking about that sounds like we are just playing here. By the time this technology reaches full potential, ladies and gentlemen, everywhere this technology is in the world, it will be the most preferred form of transport. So you should become a co-owner of this technology. This technology is worth over $400 billion. And then this was according to the conclusion of the Certified Intellectual Property Appraisal Audit and Investment Unit. And they concluded this appraisal dated 20th of May 2013 in accordance with the international standards for evaluation. So the market value of the exclusive intellectual property right of rail string transport system of engineer Usky is over 400 billion 867 million 433,000 US dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you will become a co-owner of. An intellectual property worth over $400 billion. Now, this project was divided into 15 stages of development. Ladies and gentlemen, the interesting thing is that we are at the finishing stages. We are currently at stage 14, sub-stage 2. Yes, stage 14 has 3 sub-stages. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather, so I apologize. However, the project is currently at the concluding stages because the construction of the Eco Techno Park and the implementation of Skyway technology was divided into 15 stages, and currently we're implementing stage 14. With every stage we successfully implement, the risk reduces. And as a result, the company share become more expensive. At the 15th stage, you can no longer be a part of the project. You can only invest in targeted projects. For example, now you invest at the development stages, this stage 1 to 15, you become a co-owner of the the entire intellectual property. But from the point that they have closed this development stage, you can no longer invest as a co-owner. You can only invest in targeted projects, like they are building a section from Lagos to Benin. You invest in that project and only get profit from that project. But somebody who invests now will get profit from every project they implement in any part of the world. This project is something that I would recommend everybody to invest into. Why is it profitable to invest today? Number one is the opportunity to make profit, because when you invest in Skyway, you receive for this particular time discount of up to a dozen times the potential nominal value of the project shares. If this project should go public and you buy, okay, at the moment you are buying 800 shares for $50, 2,200 shares for $100. If they go public at the price of $1 per share, you will be getting for your 2,200 shares, you'll be getting $2,200, which is several times more than the $100 you bought those shares with. Another thing is that you get shares in a large corporation and you become the co-owner of the largest transport company of the 21st century. And the best part is you get dividends from the implementation, because from each project that they realize, you will get profit in accordance with the number of company shares in your possession. So now many investors have invested in Skyway, and some of them share the reason why they are happy to be a part of this project. These are videos you can watch on your own. If you want, I can send you a link to this presentation and you look at it on your own. We equally have several patents for this technology. You can see, let me just open that up a little. Several patents for this technology and several awards. So this technology is a fully legal, this technology is fully, I don't know why this thing is not opening as I want it to. I'm trying to show you some of the patents, but it keeps closing up whenever I slide from one picture to another. Okay, I don't know why that's happening, but let me just let you know that there are several patents of this technology in several different countries. Now, if you have any questions whatsoever, reach out to me. You can reach out to me on my WhatsApp +234. If you're in a different country, that's the Nigerian international dialing code +234 701 496 2292. If you're in Nigeria, that will be 0701 496 2292. Ask me any questions about this technology. Ask how you can get on board. Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely free to register as a partner of Skyway. Even though you are not ready to invest, you can just register free of charge. Thank you.